it's traumatic. It's trauma. Most things that we struggle with in our adult life, the source of it is from our childhood trauma.
When they say heal your inner child.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I see it over Twitter. I'm like, what is it, inner child? So I'm like Googling, like, how you inner child? And I'm like, and I'm reading, I'm like,
Yeah. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to another episode of
Picking
Brains.
I was like,
It's right there.
I was like, picking with.
I know there's a mess. You can see my shirts here. I didn't even move that.
It's
That's
fine.
funny.
You know, natural setting of a guy.
That's true. Yeah, it's been a while since I've recorded with a guest, mostly because of COVID, but now things are easing up.
I'm boosted.
Yes.
I am boosted.
I don't know. That's. I think that doesn't. But people are gonna be like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you're boosted. You're gonna get it anyway, man. I don't want to talk about that.
No, that's another episode.
That's another episode. Hopefully not, but if it is, it's another episode. Yeah. So it's been a while since I recorded one, but we're back. Hopefully, we'll have a more consistent schedule going on. Is just finding guests and scheduling and all that stuff.
See, that's the thing. For someone that's really sociable, if that's a real word. I know you can just ask people like, "Hey, want to go? You want to be a guest?" Be like, "Yeah, why not?"
Most people are like that. See, most people I tell them, "Hey, you want to be a guest?" Okay, sure. But then when the time comes, oh, when are you free? Oh, okay, let's do this weekend. This weekend. Oh, next weekend. Not you, because you actually forgot. But other people just keep postponing, right? But yeah, we have Omar Buallay.
Chicken nuts in the flesh.
We were talking about beforehand how we met because he's one of the rare instances where I've always known him and don't know particularly how we met. It could have been through mutual friends. We both went to El Noor, but did we meet there? I don't think we met there.
No, that's the funny part. Like I went to like 4 or 5 schools. I think 4 or 5 schools. I mean, I'll set the timeline. So like kindergarten, I was in IGSI. I don't know what that is. IGSE. The Al Noor British side.
Oh, IGCSE.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was there from kindergarten. So I was kindergarten 1, kindergarten 2, grade 1. I was there, and then since we moved from Adlia to Isatown. So the closest place was the New Indian School. So NIS.
New Indian School.
Yeah.
I was there from LKG1, so lower kindergarten, higher kindergarten, and then grade 1. And then I left.
Oh,
and then
opposite. Okay.
And then I went to Al Noor, 2nd grade.
I left Al Noor. I left Al Noor to go because it's close to the house. And because my brother was there. So my mom's like, go to him. I'm like, why can't they come to me?
Yeah.
So I was like, why? But it's closer to the house. I'm like, okay. So then I was there from grade. My mom, see, that's the thing. My mom also made me repeat the 1st grade. She's like to set a foundation in the school. I'm like, why? I'm not dumb.
What?
I'm not dumb. I know what I'm doing.
Why the 1st grade though? Why not like the 2nd grade? Why not the 3rd grade? Why this?
Filipino moms.
I feel like first grade is a good place to repeat because once you're in the 2nd or 3rd or 4th grade, this is where the kids develop their character. So if they see a kid that they know who repeats a grade, they're probably gonna make fun of you or whatever. But 1st grade, nobody cares. We're all like young enough to like, oh.
Yeah, but
we don't know why that's happening.
But now here's like the screwed up part.
Uh-huh.
So my mom, like I went in grade 2. I was in grade 2 for 3 weeks. And then the next week's like, oh, by the way, you're in grade 1 now. I'm like, huh? So I went to grade 1. And obviously people grade 2 didn't know. So they're like, Amar, where are you? Amar, where are you? And then it was recess, we're walking around. He's like, Amar, where have you been? You've been gone for like a month or 2. I'm like,
I've been here.
I'm like, I'm in grade 1. He's like, why? I'm like, I don't know. My mom kept me grade 1. So people thought I was like a little screw loose. I don't want to say the word, that word. So I was like, no. And my mom just kept me grade 1. She's like, I want you to have a foundation in this school. So you're like, I find my footing. Is that the word? And I was there till grade 6, which horrible school.
In New Indian?
Yeah.
Because you have 1-day weekend. I don't know if kids do.
No. We had a 2-day weekend, and then out of nowhere, they're like, by the way, you have to come to school for half day on Saturday. We're like,
yeah.
I was like, no, I don't want to. I told my dad. My dad's like, sure, don't go. My mom, on the other hand, if I was dying, if I had a broken leg,
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. You're going to school. My dad, I can fake it a little bit, like Baba, he's like Wallah. He's like, okay, stay in bed. My mom's like, get me the thermometer. I'm like, they're
Filipino moms are tough, man.
tough. They're tough. And if you're lucky, they show you emotions.
If you're lucky,
My
maybe
mom,
once in your lifetime.
yeah, it's because like my mom's the oldest, so it's like she obviously being like the oldest one in the family, you gotta be responsible, gotta be the breadwinner. So she's more like tough, a little tough lady. She went through she went through a bit in her life, so obviously that kind of hardened her a little bit. So it was hard getting like, hey, I miss you, and I'm like, but she says it now, and I'm like,
it's weird. It's like, that's something we can talk about because
feelings. My parents didn't love me.
If they're watching this,
shout out to my mother. No. I mean, because like my mom said, because like I don't know, I thought it was normal for like parents not to like actually show a bit of emotions, but it was weird. So even for me, when people say when like this is no like what's that word? This is no like ill feelings towards anyone. When people say, "Hey Omar, I miss you. I haven't seen you," and I'm like, I don't want to say I miss you too, because sometimes I don't want to lie. Yeah, because it's like I honestly don't feel the same way, because I don't know how it feels.
Yeah.
Because I like being alone sometimes. So it's purposely I'll just be at home, just like, what you doing? I'm busy. Like, what you doing? I'm doing this, doing that. But then I'm just like on my bed. Sometimes on my phone. Sometimes just like on my bed.
Yeah.
I'm just doing nothing, because it's like I'm good with being alone. But then when people say, "Oh, I miss you," and I'm like,
you can't. I was gonna say like, growing up, you always think how you're being treated is the normal way.
Yes.
Because you're not experienced with other parents, because your parents are the only parents you have, right?
I have two.
Yeah, same. No, but I was saying you have three.
Yeah, stepmom.
Oh, stepmom. Okay, yeah. Unless you have that, right? But I mean, like, usually for a child, it's two parents. No, I'm not dissing you.
I was like,
usually that's the case. It doesn't matter. Even if you have 5 or 10, those parents, the way they're raising you are, for the most part, gonna be the only way how you're being raised. Even when you're a kid, and let's say your parents separate and you're very young, and you have a new like stepfather or mother, they want to, usually for sane parents, they don't want that to impact the child's upbringing, so they don't change much. You can still visit your mom or dad, whoever it is. I don't know. I'm just saying that's not the point. The point is
the court is rough. So don't like don't trigger anything else. Like the court. I when you said, I was like, I remember the court ruling. They said weekends with mom, weekdays with dad.
Yeah, usually usually they would try to shield the child from that, but unfortunately sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
But the point I was trying to make was, for the most part, for most people out there, growing up, you don't know how other parents treat their kids. So if you're getting beat up every day for no reason, you think maybe that's how everybody must be getting beat up, right? You think that's every kid's being beat up. So, or if you're not as emotional as other people, you don't know, because you're living the only life you know of. You can't compare it to any other life you've lived, right? And so when you grow up and people tell you, "Oh my gosh, you've been treated so crap," and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, I'm like, no, is that the norm?
Yeah, it's just normal, right? And it's a slippery slope, because there is no normal. There is basics. There are basics, I believe, like treat your child with love, don't hit him in the face, like things like that. Even though I know I'm not trying to.
You hear this, mom? Don't hit me in the face.
But like there are certain things that are non-negotiable. Provide for your child, give him a place to sleep, food, etc. All that stuff. But then the slippery slope is, then what? What is how often do you discipline your child? Is it after they make the first mistake, the second time, third time? Because if you're too lenient, then there'd be spoiled brats who talk back and not do anything. If you're too strict, they're gonna hate you when they grow up, and they're gonna just leave you. So I was thinking, about this recently. I told some people it was very interesting comparing my upbringing with other people. I'll tell you what I mean. I've been disciplined a lot. I'll just say that. Okay, I've been disciplined a lot.
Social workers, where are you?
No.
Surprise! I brought a surprise guest. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm me.
No, but I don't think it's all bad. I think there are times where I went to extreme, yeah, but I'm not going to go into details. But for the most part, I've been disciplined a lot. And there wasn't much emotional exchange between me and with my parents. For the most part, there have been.
Yeah, like speckles. Like I feel like sprinkles, like, like here's a slap, but like,
yeah,
I love you.
Like sometimes even to this day I still feel awkward saying I love you or a hug, right?
Or thank you sometimes.
Yeah, it's traumatic. It's trauma. Most things that we struggle with in our adult life, the source of it is from our childhood trauma.
When they say heal your inner child.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I see it all over Twitter. I'm like, what is the inner child? So I'm like Googling like, how you inner child? And I'm like, I'm reading, I'm like,
yeah.
I have trauma.
Yeah. Pretty much everybody does. Everybody has childhood trauma to one certain extent to another. But so I was saying, like, it was very interesting because when I studied in the U.S.,
You lucky boy.
No, man, it was very stressful.
See, honestly, being stuck here and paying a lot of money for it, it's like,
you don't pay a lot of money here compared to which is good. UOB is good education for what you get. What you pay.
I mean, my dad works there, so it's like his benefits, like, blah blah blah. If your kids want to study here, it's free unless they repeat a subject. Lucky for him.
Just move it down. Move it down.
Oh,
there you go.
Lucky for him.
Yeah.
I tried so hard not to like repeat subjects. I was like, I don't want him to pay money.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? It's free. Let me give him the 4 years of free payment, and like, just let me graduate at least. But then like before that, I was supposed to go to the Philippines to study in this like really nice college. It's called Southville University. It's close to the house, so it's like safer. My mom's like, Philippines is kind of dangerous.
It is.
So
from what I've heard.
Yeah. So she's like, go to Southville. It's very nice, and that's where like the actors and like the bougie people where they send their kids. So I was like, Ma, I'm gonna make rich friends. I will at least make one bestie and be like, hey, and I'm like, hi guys, this is ABC. His mom is. So I, so I was like, that was like the plan. I was like, nah. And then the next day I was supposed to go for an interview. And then my dad calls. He's like, hello. I'm like, hi, Baba, what's up? He's like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm going to Southville for the interview, la. Will Dean or whatever. I don't know who interview. I just never went. That's the problem. But that's like, no. I'm like, but you know, la. It's like, la.
Because you're going to UOB.
They go to UOB. I'm like,
that
like,
sucks.
No. Which, because, no, I mean, it would have been fine, but it's because, see, Philippine school, I went to Philippine school. So then it's from like it's still grade 10. That's the high school grade 10, 9, 8. Grade 7 to grade 10 will be like high school, and you graduate and you go to college instantly. So when you age 16, 17, college. Graduate 21, 22. I'm like, what? But instead I had to go to UOB, I needed that extra 2 years, which is 11 and 12, the foundation, the K-12, whatever they want to call it. So then my dad's like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah, you're good.
I just had lunch. Sorry.
No, you're good. Lunch?
Yeah, it was late lunch. And then, so he's like, go to Al Noor. I'm like, okay. So I'm going, so I started from Al Noor.
Now you're going back.
I'm going to Al Noor. But my mom was going, and then her friend called her, was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm taking my kids. I should go closer. I forgot.
Yeah. No, you don't have to go closer. No, I'm saying bring it closer to you instead of you going to the mic. Just so it saves you energy.
True. Yeah. Okay, imagine.
Just be cozy. Yeah.
Just like take off my sock.
No.
Sell free feet pics.
Okay, so your mom?
Yeah. So my mom, blah, blah. Yeah, so my mom, I think she had her friend called her and they were talking, and it is on loudspeaker. So I heard everything. She's like, oh, I'm taking my kids to Globals. If you know what Globals Institute is, it's in
Moose. I know. I went to it.
You did?
I did for a certification to study for IGCSE, and I hated it. It was so overpriced.
It was so no, it was very cheap.
Okay, wait, is it Global Institute? Is that the one small place where they teach you stuff?
It's like
second floor.
Yeah.
It's like an apartments, room left and right, hallway.
Exactly.
It was expensive for what I got.
It was 30 BD.
Oh yeah, no.
For like a something. It was really cheap for some reason. I don't know why. And then we tried, but the teachers were horrible. Like they don't really. The students were horrible. Like they know they're cheap and they come there like like I'm the type where like if my mom's spending money to for me to get an education, I will take it seriously. I will study, do whatever. I'll try not to waste money because my mom's like her favorite line. I am not picking money off the street. I'm working hard for it, and I'm like, okay. I'm just saying like blah, blah, blah. So like we were there, and I was there for 9 months. I was there for 9 months, and I was like, I can't. It makes.
Because you're like this, you see what I mean?
Because I'm leaning.
Yeah, if you're leaning, so bring it to you wherever you're leaning. Go ahead. Yes,
I lean this way. Yeah. So then like I was there for 9 months, and then my mom was like, she's like, I don't think it's helping you. I'm like, yeah, it's not helping me because I went from business to science stream, which made no sense to me because they were like teaching. I think I went in the middle of chemistry class. I like chemistry, but learning it's different. I was like. I think they were balancing equation that time. I was like, would I keep the 2? Would I keep the 3? So it was horrible. And then so I stopped that. Mom's like, oh, I wasted your time. I think you should go to Al Noor. So I was late by a year again. So imagine, so like grade 1, recap. So grade 1 in Union School, I had to repeat that for my foundation.
Wait, so how many years back were you?
2. When I think about it, 2.
So how old are you when you started first year of college? 19?
2014. So if I'm 27.
No, what year were you born?
95.
Okay, so 2014.
So
do the math there.
19? 19. That's when I started driving as well. 19. 18 because I was like, I kept pushing it. I was like, I'll do tomorrow. Yeah, okay. So I was 19. But then like all my friends that I know started like early, like one of my childhood friends.
Don't compare. I mean, I'm saying
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying most people who start college, a lot of them in UOB do foundation year. A lot of them take year breaks.
Gross foundation year. They kept me in foundation year because like my name's Omar Buallay. They're like, he went to government school. I'm like, I really didn't. and so they kept me in foundation. And I was like, I got my schedule. I'm like, English, math, and then that 2 English, math, and then
probably science.
I think science, but it's college. I don't think it's science.
Okay.
Maybe business something. And I was like, I told my dad, I'm like, is this
college?
Normal? He's like, oh, they gave you and they gave you the foundation year. I was like, what? Like why? Like I don't know. So I went to request and I was like, did I fail my English exam? Did I fail my math thing? And they're like, oh, and like they checked with the system and they're like, oops.
Foundation.
They're like foundation, and they switched me. I was like, thought so.
Oh, okay.
Because I know Polytechnic forces you for a foundation.
I don't know.
Because I had 2 friends that
I don't know about the college community in Bahrain. I don't know how the system works. All I know is most kids hate UOB, even though it's a good college.
Oh my God! You want to talk about UOB?
I want to go back real quick because I wanted to talk about parenthood. And
yes. Sorry. Okay, we'll go from parents, kids.
Yeah. I want to say earlier that when I studied in the US.
Yes.
That's where we stopped. I during some breaks, winter break, summer break, I would come back to Bahrain. But there are some breaks that are too short, and then it's too expensive to come back to for like a week or 2.
Easter.
Yeah, so Easter, that's a good one. Thanksgiving, Easter. So
spring break.
Yeah, fall break. So
yeah, too much.
Yeah, and so what would happen is I was living in the college campus. This is Ahmed Sami version 2, guys. Yeah, it touches the mic.
The thing is, I actually know him too. I met him twice.
Okay, I don't want to go to a different tangent.
Okay. That's why I was like, before I come here, I was like, I'm gonna go with Jabbar.
Yes.
But then he talks a lot. I talk a lot. And then it's
always I talk a lot in real life. I listen a lot during the podcast. I try to.
I don't listen. I listen. If you notice me looking at the wall, I'm zoned out.
Okay. Well, thank you for giving me that cue.
Yeah. So if I look, I'll be like.
Anyway, so so during breaks, so I lived in the college dorms, very tiny,
square.
Yeah, and here's the thing: when breaks when there are breaks, they shut the dorms. Even if it's like a 1 week break, 2 week break, so I have nowhere to go. I'm not gonna pay for
A hotel.
a hotel.
Yeah, like go to a hotel. People do it
for like 2 weeks. That's weird and boring. And so what people would do, thankfully, is they would offer to host me. So then I would go live with their families for 2 weeks. And this happened with 3 or 4 people that hosted me. Okay. So I've basically compared their parenting while I was there. I was just like a spectator. Sometimes I'll just sit and see how different are we, right?
I understand you 100%. Like, I have one of my closest friends who just went back to the UK. Shout out to William Smith. Woo. And
My roommate was Will Smith.
Right?
Yeah.
Was he black?
No, he was white.
Okay, same. He's like,
he's whitest kid you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Maybe we're the same friend. I pull up my
bowl
phone.
cut.
Okay, no bowl cut. Thank God. Yeah, he had nice hair. Like, bless him. And like his parents, sweetest people.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. So here's what happened.
Yeah.
I can't come from a very strict family. At least when I was growing up. I'm not saying now. When I was growing up, strict family, now right? And I said I was disciplined a lot. Not as emotional. I'm not saying zero, but not as emotional.
It's like maybe like a handful of times.
Yeah.
Of like, I miss you.
Yeah. So so going there, one of my friends, or maybe 2 or 3, but the common thing was they were so loving. Everybody was so they were pouring with love. Left and right. I love you. They would hug. Sometimes the sister would sit on the brother's lap, which is I found weird. And they would just like, you know, they would look, to be honest, I find it weird. Right?
I had a joke. I was like, please.
No.
Hold me back.
I don't mean it that way. I just mean like they're so close with each other. Like, that's fine. You know? And there was a part of me that was jealous or envious. But here's the thing. Then I saw the bad side. And the bad side was when there's conflict, the children would overpower the parents. You see what I mean? I'm not saying all of them.
Yeah, I know.
There are a few.
Like, there are special cases. I was like, you can't talk to me, Barbara.
Yeah, no, there are a few on the phone that would just fight with their mom or their dad. They'll just full on shout and say, shut up, and they close the phone. Now, here's the thing.
I'll be homeless.
Now,
I'll be homeless in 2 seconds.
Now, here's the thing, right? I compared both, and I was like, okay, there are some aspects about my family that aren't the best. Okay, are you zoned out? Okay.
No, because I was like, there's a speck here. Okay. It's like, oh, it's gone.
So there are aspects of my family that aren't the best. They're positive. I'm not gonna trash talk my family. I'm not gonna do it in public. Okay, I love my family. There's nothing bad. Disciplining is not always
check
wrong.
The bloopers in Patreon.
Okay. Anyway, so, but then here's the thing with my family, because they were strict. There is no way I would talk back to either of my parents. It's I would like debate them sometime or argue for fun, but like when it comes to fights, I would. You're a pup.
Yeah,
you just like listen. You can't. There are things I would never drink. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but because they were strict with me, the idea of drinking, I don't like it. The idea of smoking, I don't like it. That's how strict.
Okay. I thought like, because some parents are like, no soft drinks. I thought that's what your thing.
No. Alcoholic, right? No drinking. It was very strict to the point where it's not even a thought that comes into my head.
Which is good.
You
save money.
I save money and
so much money.
And a possible addiction. And so cigarettes, all these things, they never ever, because they were strict. If they were lenient, a lot of friends could have fooled me because they tried, but it never worked. So
those are not real friends. If someone says no, I'm like, okay, let them be.
When because what happens is when you're a kid and you're doing something wrong, you want people to join you so it feels better when you feel better doing it. That's why they're trying to get you to join you, right? When somebody smokes and they're like maybe 10th grade and they're doing it in secret and they don't want their parents to know, they will
say their names.
I don't know.
Say their names. I will tag them for you.
It doesn't matter. They're older now, but they would tell their friends to join them just so they feel better about themselves.
I mean, I'm glad that I never caught to smoking.
Yeah.
But then it's because like my dad was a heavy smoker. So like
my dad is a heavy. He was. He's vaping now. He's taking it back.
My dad used to vape and he stopped. And he went to midwalk.
Oh yeah, my dad had that phase.
It's disgusting to wake up to that because it's like you wake up in the morning, you're like, ooh, smell of coffee, smell of eggs, smell of,
And then you smell that.
you smell cigarettes. I was like,
Slaps you in the
I was
face.
like, Baba, Wallah, please, smoke in the kitchen
Or outside. Yeah. My dad used to do that. He smoked outside.
And it came to a point where, like, to make him feel bad, I'll be in the couch and I'll be doing this.
Oh my!
And I look at him. He's like,
I got used to it at that point. Like,
and I hate the smell. It's like burnt paper.
Yeah.
Do I want to smell burnt paper?
No.
Do I
it's
want?
Probably not good for you either.
Yeah,
it's dangerous.
Right. My lungs will get black. Even I'm not even smoking.
Yeah, secondhand smoke. Yeah. So here's the thing, right? So the strictness helped me avoid a lot of bad things that would maybe hurt me. I mean, potentially and possibly and probably, I would say. Cigarettes probably would hurt me. Alcohol, if I do it too much, probably hurt me. So I never did either. Now, the bad side of that is, like I said, I'm not as emotionally comfortable sharing feelings, etc., with people. I'm getting better at that. Now, here's the thing: when you go to the comparing to the American family, the emotional sharing is good, but then the talking back, the disrespect, that and not knowing your boundaries when it comes to things like people. Like I've met people who would drink so much, or smoke so much, vape so much, and it's fine, and they do it in front of their parents, and I'm like, man, it's crazy. So I think the perfect family would be a combination of both. A combination, as in strict. Yeah, you can be strict. But also share feelings and emotions. It's usually it's usually one of the other. It's usually if a family is very emotional, they're usually not strict. Oh, it's okay, Baba. Oh, it's okay. Next, they would shout at you maybe a little bit, but they wouldn't. Relate. Yeah, they wouldn't like discipline you, like smack you in the butt or something. Yeah, but okay, chill.
I was like, no, not say anything.
Okay, but the other side of it would be also to share emotions and love and etc.
It's weird. Like, I tried a bit with my dad and with my mom. Obviously, it's divorce, so like I had to do it twice. Which is weird, also. So like I did with my dad, and it happened when, 2018. It was when this like, because I do a lot of part-time jobs, because I was like, because like it's weird asking my dad for money and my mom for money unless I'm like dying. I'm like, hey, Baba, can I have 2 PD? It's like, I'm like, I mean, just for gas. He's like, he'll give me 5. I'm like, just give me 2. It's like, take the 5. I'm like,
you usually do that.
Yeah.
Well, can I have 10 BD or 5 BD? Here's 20.
We're different families.
Okay. No.
I asked for 2.
No. I don't mean me personally, but like,
I mean, I'm a simple man. I asked for 2 BD, just put gas, because because like, I don't know, it felt weird asking. So then that's when I was like, I need to start working part-time, get my money, buy what I want, because my mom has this habit of like, if she bought me something, she'll use it against me in every argument.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's a bad habit. In my opinion.
He said it too.
It's one of the for this is one of the things. If I'm looking for a partner, if they exhibit that behavior, that's a big red flag.
Right? I know. I'm just like,
if they like, I bought you this or I did this for you.
Yeah. So it's like, so like literally from clothes to phone to laptop is like my own money, which I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
But the working hours are like disgusting and horrible. I was like, I can't do this no more. But then so like, what was it about again? Money, dad. Yeah, so I was talking to my dad, because like there's like so one of my part-time jobs, this girl really happy, sadly she has passed. So and then the reason was like she had she had like depression and mental illness. I told my dad, and I was like, ooh, I can bring mine up with my dad, because I've been feeling some type of way for like years, but obviously I can't tell them because they're like, it's lack of faith. And I'm like, well, I'm not the devil. I'm just telling you that I'm just not happy living at home sometimes.
How did that go?
You can imagine how it went.
Positive or negative? Both?
Middle ground. Yeah, it was like a little bit of each, a little bit of both. He was like, well, it's because you don't pray, and I'm like, Baba, I understand, but then it's just that I'm telling you that I tried explaining. I tried telling him, obviously it's new.
It's a big gap.
It's a big gap because obviously like they're like my dad's generation didn't really talk about it. They would say it, just they would push it aside until they don't feel it anymore. But then I mean, I tried, to be honest, but it didn't really work. So man, I thought, my mom listen. My mom's like, she is tough, but she's a crier. Hence why I'm a crier too. So she's tough, but she will cry. So when I said something, we're talking, she's like, crying. I'm crying. I'm like, why am I crying?
Really?
Yeah, we both cry. It's like,
I get so uncomfortable crying. I think it's the toxic masculinity.
No,
I just don't.
I'm a crier. I cry at side movies.
I cry. Here's the thing. I cry all the time. What I mean is when I watch. When I watch like, people giving people money and YouTube videos, things like that, or like gentle
social experiment.
Not just social, like the candid ones, not people who are. You know what I mean? Faith, humanity videos.
Restored. Yeah.
Like when I tear up.
Yeah, I'm just like.
But in front of people, I can't, dude. I can't.
Really?
I can't.
Why though? Like,
I'm telling you, it's probably toxic masculinity. Men that are tough and all that. It's ingrained in me.
My aunt, rest in peace. She used to say that, because obviously my brother Dage. So like him and I obviously look alike. So she's like, Dage is more of the, he looks soft, but he's like tough. And she looks, she's like, Omar looks tough, but he's soft. And I was like, what do you mean? Because I was really fat child. So I was like, because of my boob. Because she, and obviously, because like as children, we grew up in a Bahraini household, so we'd speak Arabic, but then also a little bit of English until the English took over. So like mix of both. So my aunt always speaks to me a little bit of English. She's like, "Hi, Ahmad, I have some marshmallow." I'm like, "Marshmallow?" She's like, "Soft." I'm like, I'm like, Okay. So that's the thing. So everyone knew that I was very affectionate at a young age. I love hugging. I love telling people, like, I will not say it, I will do it.
Yeah.
Like my brother hates it because sometimes he's sleeping or he wakes up and he's on his bed. I'm always in his room. I'm never in my room. So I'll go to his bed. I'll go behind him and be like, what you doing? He's on TikTok. I'm like, I'll laugh with him. He's like, can you go to your room? I was like, okay, fine.
No, this is actually an important thing because...
Yeah, like I tried.
The concept, because doing things for someone... is to me a greater show of love than saying it. However, because a lot of people would use this excuse to not display love, not excuse, but their discomfort for it.
Yeah.
Like as a parent, you need to tell your child you love them. You need to.
So my parents,
you need to. They need to hear it. Even if when you do things for your kid, they don't know that you're doing it for them until they grow up. When it's too late, they didn't get the other side of affection. So now, if you have a father that says, I don't have to tell you that I love you. You see it through my work. Yeah, I've seen it after I've grown up, and I get it and I appreciate it. But the child in me, or the child that you've raised, he needed to hear that, or she needed to hear that, right? So
that part.
Yeah, it is very important. But here's the thing: if I had to choose, I would rather have a parent that would do for me than tell me and not do for me. Does it make sense? I don't want a parent that tells me I love you, but then smacks me every day, doesn't show any signs of love, no acts, doesn't buy me anything, like kids' toys, whatever. It doesn't do anything, right? I would rather not have that and have someone who doesn't tell me they love me, but they do it. Because at least there is some benefit to that. Because the other one, the bad side of telling me you love me is that I will have a twisted idea of love. As a kid, I don't know anything about feelings. But if you tell me you love me and then you hit me, that's what my idea of love is. So then when I grow up and my wife tells me she loves me, that's going to trigger, wait, what do you mean by that? Because are you going to hit me? You know what I mean? Are you going to cause some damage after you say that?
Yeah. But then because see, as much good. So like, have you been raised older by your parents, or because usually, because I know a lot of people I know, like they get raised by their grandmas more. Because like I was raised by my grandmother,
Every weekend we would visit both grandparents. So Friday would be to my grandmother's house on my dad's side. Larhamha, she passed away recently. And then we would go to my mom's side. We'd go Saturday.
Okay. Because I was raised by my grandmother, because my mom would be working a lot. Till this day, she always does it. She works.
Yeah, during weekdays they would work. My dad would come back at 3, and then he would sleep.
Ooh.
It would sleep, like nap, and then my mom would come back at 5 o'clock, I think, and go fight.
Yes, my dad finishes 4:30 from UOB. My mom that time my mom used to work at Seaf Mall that time. I remember. Yeah. So she would come up like when the mall was closing, just 10. So obviously my grandma was there and we're like, hey, grandma. And, us, I mean, she raised us more because like my dad stayed in her house the longest. Yeah. With my other uncle. So like she raised us more. So like basically she was my first mom. That's what I tell people. Like she was my first mom. My mom is my mom, obviously, second mom. But then like my grandma's first mom. She took care of me. All memories I had of her. Great cooking. That's why I was a chubby child. I had my nicknames were Hamfarouj, Sogu, Chai Halib, Gub Gub.
That's that's good. It's like your grandma's cooking good food. I'm having fun.
Yeah, like but then she sadly passed last week.
Last week?
Yeah, okay, sorry, I'm bad with my day. She passed a day after my birthday.
When was your birthday?
January 31. So Feb 1st.
Okay, so pretty much like a week and a half.
A week and a half. It was sad because we had like Senate dress. They had like a surprise party for me. I was like, hey, and then I get a call and I was like, hello. Like, where are you? I'm like, I'm in the living room. Wait, what's up? And he told me. I was like, oh.
I had a similar experience back in 2020. My birthday is on August 26th. And my grandfather
Virgo.
Yeah, my grandfather passed I think August 22nd. So 4 days before my birthday. I think 22nd. Yeah, man, it happens.
I know. It's sad. Because as much as I always say like I love my grandma, but I always regret it not visiting because my Arabic is not that like great to keep a conversation. Like I could keep a conversation, but there are things I want to say, but it's like the words get me because I speak Filipino. I speak English and I speak Arabic. So it's like all the words literally makes you like how we say yani, adi all the time.
Yeah.
I have the Filipino versions. Yeah. So I have the Filipino fillers too. So when I'm speaking Arabic, something comes out and I'm like, I'm like trying to recap like how do I say because in Arabic again? Diana? So I was like, I have to think like 5 minutes of like Google Translate in my own head and I have to say it. That's why like I tried to tell her, she's like, oh, how are you? I'm fine. I'm like, how's your mom? Have you been? What you doing? Did you graduate? I'm like, yeah, I graduated. What's up? Do you drive now? I'm like, yeah. She's like, be careful. I'm like, yeah. And, it's like, she's obviously close to me. I miss her very much. I miss her very, very much. I wish I saw her before, but then that's
like a normal reaction. Yeah, I feel like people who worry about that are probably people who actually did visit their grandparents.
Oh, yeah, I did. Like every Friday, grandma was like, hey, Dada, what's up? And obviously, I don't know. And like, and because, to add to the part, when you say like, most people aren't that affectionate, I was the only one that was like hugging my grandma. And like, I'm the one like who would like lay on her lap or lean on her shoulder. And they're like, oh, chufa Omar. I'm like, I love my grandma.
Yeah,
so I don't know about you guys.
That's not like a diss or anything.
Yeah, it's like she raised me. She don't raise you guys.
Here's the thing. I would say I'm a little bit luckier than you in the sense that even though maybe my parents don't feel like it, like they feel like they've been working and they didn't raise us as much. I always have memories of my parents raising me and I have memories of my grandparents raising me. So I'm in that sense, even though maybe technically they weren't there as much. Yeah. Because,
I mean, they're working.
Yeah, they're working.
I don't think of that too.
I still have fond memories. I still remember you being there. I don't remember you being absent and being raised by the housemaid or being only raised by my grandparents. I feel like I've been raised by all of you. So I don't think they have to worry about that. And for my grandfather passing, with my grandmother who passed also the same year, 2020. I lost 2. I had 3 grandparents that year, and then now I have 1 left. So I have to cherish her. She's knock on wood. Shout out to Farhonde. It's my grandmother.
I will not butcher that pronunciation.
It's hard. No, but here's the thing. So my grandmother used to live with us. So I would visit her every day because she's here. But my grandfather, I always feel it's natural to feel like I could have visited more. But then when I think about it, I think I did a good job. Alhamdulillah. Obviously, I could do better. Everybody could do better. But I was there pretty much every weekend. Shout out to my sister. She took a video of us talking or having a conversation. Like 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks, like a month before he passed away.
You're gonna make me tear up. I thought I was watching like don't slide. I was like, holding it in. I was like, don't say that. Oh
no, but I'm very, very blessed and lucky that and it's great. Life. It's life.
I know.
Yeah, but okay, I don't want to make you cry. So
I know. Happy Tuesday, guys.
Two. It is. I don't know when this is gonna be released. Maybe at the end of the week, but
It's fine. People gonna know it's recorded on a Tuesday.
yes, the 22nd of February, 2022 on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. And if you do it at 10:22 in military time, it will be 22:22.
Okay, make a wish.
I'll do a tweet.
Probably a couple is getting married at that time. Who knows? Signing the contract.
My friend's sister, I think they got married on last year. Was it last year? Or no, they
1/1/2021.
they married 20 on February 2020 because they wanted the date. So
that's why. Why do people do that? Who cares?
And you know what's funny? Because so obviously within the same friend group, one of friend had her engagement parties for the girls. So the girls had to go to the engagement party on the day of the wedding. So after the wedding, they changed in the bathroom, and then they rushed to go back to the engagement party because they both scheduled the same day. And I was like, damn, this is tough. I'm just glad the guys had to go to like the Mailas, shake your hand, you feed them biryani from like from Buallay. Yeah. And I'm like, thank you.
Not from Buallay.
La. you know a lot of people butcher my last name. They think Buallay. I'm like,
Buallay, that's my dad.
I was like, my dad's name's Khaled too, guys. They're like, it's written in Arabic. I don't know if the spelling is.
How is it?
Don't ask me to spell it.
Lam alif ya. Ali is Ain Lam ya.
No, it's like, so boo should be like Bawa.
Yeah, boo. Bawa, correct.
I know, but I'm just like, it's so stupid to see me do this. My dad's gonna watch it and be like, I'm not gonna show this to my friends anymore. I'm like, please don't, Baba. Don't do this to yourself.
No, I mean, dude, if you're talking about people mispronouncing any kind of name, I'm Exhibit A. Everybody, and when I studied abroad,
I saw that episode. Wait, sorry. It's not Jabber. It's
Jabber.
Jabber.
Yeah.
I was like, mine. I'm like, oh, I've been saying it wrong too.
Everybody says Jabber, man. At this point, I got too tired correcting people to the point where I just accepted, like, hey, Jabber, like, what's up?
No, but you know what's weird? It's like, I thought my name would be very common, and you'll be barely in any Amar. But then, like in like Al-Noor, people will say like, Umar with a U, and I'm like,
I had friends that had a U.
I don't know.
I know O is the more common one.
Yeah.
But growing up, all I've seen was U in school. I had two friends with a U. One with an O, I remember.
I mean, I don't know. That could be me, maybe when you're younger. But no, see, even like I lost my train of thought. Quickly, I was like, yeah. So like, no.
You're one of the lucky ones. You caught it fast.
Yeah, because
sometimes it just drifts so far.
Because if I don't catch it fast, it's gone. And I can't sleep.
Yeah, it hurts.
And
then 2 days later, you're like, oh, that's what I was. And then while
I will text you, I was like, Job, I remember what I was gonna say. That's me all the time. Yeah. So we have a friend called Karina. And she worked with me, and then now we're like in the same group. So like it's Karina, and I was like, oh, Karina, and no one corrected me, so it's correct. She didn't correct me; it was correct. Our friend was like, Karina, and I'm just like, and they say it to her face like, Karina, where are you, Karina? Like, so it's like Karena. So I was like, Karina, and I was like, oh. So no one corrected them. She didn't correct them. So I was like, oh, so meaning I've been saying it wrong. Oops. So I was like, Karina.
So you've been saying it right.
I've been saying it right in a way. Yeah. And yesterday I saw her and I was like, Karina. She's like, stop. I was like, okay, fine. I'll stop. Okay. And then she's like, it's Karina. It's like, it's because she's half Russian.
Okay.
So it's like that accent.
Karina.
Maybe.
Привет.
Привет. I was going to say the other word, but I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah, you can't. The C one? Su something?
That's S. Okay, it's a C.
I think it's a C.
It's the C-Y, S. It's a C with that little thing under.
Yeah, CYKA. Sorry,
I can't say it.
Yeah, but I was gonna say the whole when you forget something and you get it back. I was having a conversation with my friend from the U.S. Shout out to Nick Lehman.
Nick Lehman.
Nick Lehman.
Shout out to Nick.
I call him Nish Lehman. Nish Lehman.
Because Lehman.
But so we were talking for a while, and I forgot this one word I wanted to say, and it hurt, man. It hurt.
It hurts.
1 week later, I'm not kidding you. 1 week later, it comes back to me. The word is, I think, debauchery. Okay, I know. Okay,
what is that word that you said? You write the word and then you put it in your like fridge. You were talking to Sammy about it. I remember
Probably, I
that.
think the word was meticulous.
Yeah, that one, to be careful.
Yeah,
And,
to be
I was like,
careful. Yeah, I
like
remember that word.
I was like, if Jabbar puts a word in my damn episode, I'm gonna beat him up.
No, but so I remembered it 1 week later, and I messaged him. He's like, "Oh my gosh, the fact that you remembered to tell me too. Like, I had to let you know that was a word. It's a nice word.
Because if I don't, I can't sleep at night.
Yeah, it hurts.
And it happens to my sister. So we're talking, and she's like, I'm like, oh yeah, you forgot it. She's like, oh no. And then it would like it could be like a week again. Same thing. She'll like Facebook Messenger me, and she's like, "Oh, it's this." She's Filipino. That's why she Facebook Messenger. She doesn't WhatsApp sometimes.
You know what? I've been I used to have a notepad where I put the vocabulary that I learned.
Oh,
I used to, and I lost it. And then what I did was on my
God's will.
I mean, I had most of it. I had most of it memorized.
Okay.
This was since I was young, and then
He's smart.
no, it's just memorizing. It's just people don't take the time to do it. That's the thing. Everybody we have the same brain.
Actually, if you go to Indian school, it's all memorizing.
Yeah, it is all memorizing. I remember.
It was horrible.
It was horrible. But then, so I had my older computer, not this one, but I had an older computer that I used in America, which I sold there because I can't just bring it back here. I used to have. It's just a little break. It's taking it there.
Yeah,
broke it so much. I spent more fixing it.
Okay, so it's from Bahrain. You bought it there. And
yeah.
True.
So I don't want to bring it back. And I was already gonna build a new one. So I just sold that one. I had a good deal. I sold it. And
before the GPU price went up.
Yeah, this is before. It was 2019. And so it's the old GPU 780. It's old.
Okay, see, before you jump into any techie stuff, I have no idea.
It's an old graphics card.
Say that.
2013. It's old.
Okay.
So I had a notepad that not a physical notepad, but the actual notepad or Word document in computer.
Wait, if you're coding for the first time, you put the
Print.
thing here and it says like hello world.
Yeah. So then what I started doing now recently, Shadi, we know Shadi, he's a mutual friend.
Not a friend.
Anyway, he has an old brother. He has an old number that I still have saved, and apparently nobody's using because I keep messaging, nobody's replying.
Say it. 3.
I don't remember.
38.
The old number? I don't remember.
387.
Anyway, I don't remember it. But so what I do now is every time I memorize a new word or want to memorize a new word, I would write it in that chat and star it. So I have a bunch of starred messages in that chat. So I just go back. Like,
why don't you do this? So what I have, because I forget sometimes, but I do remember, I always forget. So I have like my own WhatsApp group. So you add someone, you remove them instantly. So I name that group as notes. So I send everything. I forward everything. Since I'm working, I send.
He's calling me smart. Look at this guy.
Work smart, not hard.
I'll have something to say about that line.
Yeah.
Can I say?
Yeah, go. No, wait, no. You had that something on LinkedIn once, and I saw you come. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
You remember it?
Yeah. It was something about promotion, not promotion.
No.
It was one of these LinkedIn posts like
I said
I broke my leg, but then I still got promotion.
I'm not that corny. I'm not that corny.
No, not you. It's like someone you commented on that post.
I said, okay, I don't know if that's the one that you're referring to,
Maybe.
But I've been saying this since 2015 is when I first said it, and I remember this because I was in college for the first time in America, and we were talking, and that came to my head, and somebody said, "Work smart, not hard," and I replied to that, and I said, "Work hard, not smart, unless working hard is a smart thing to do."
That's the exact comment. I can pull it up because
That's the one, right?
It was my top thing. I was like,
come on, because most people who go by the mantra of work hard, work smart, not hard, are ones who think that there's a shortcut to everything.
Yeah, which is, I mean, sometimes if you can take a shortcut and that can save you money,
if you find an efficient way to do it, a smart way to do it, always do it.
But if you're lazy, please, don't bother yourself.
But there are some times where people think there's always a shortcut. There isn't always a shortcut. Sometimes working hard is the smart thing to do. There's no other way.
Yeah.
And some people think that, if I have to work hard, then there's something wrong, and then they don't do it. You know what I mean? Dieting. If there's no magic pill that makes me lose weight, there must be something wrong. I mean, this must be I have to go. Keto is not working. I have to go to caveman diet. I think they're similar. But you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I was like, I heard kilo. I was like,
keto. No, keto diet is not.
I did keto.
Yeah.
It's
It works, but
works,
here's
but
the thing: you
it's
still have to work.
unhealthy.
You still have to work for it, right?
I work for
If
it.
you want to build muscle, people will just go. Sometimes I'm not saying all, but people will do synthol like oil in their biceps, and it's not the same. Yeah, they put oil; it's fake. It's like prosthetics, not prosthetics. That's different. Sorry, scratch that. But here's what I'm saying: it's just implants, huh?
Have you been to the gym today?
Not. I'm going after our talk.
I was thinking of doing that, but I was like,
that's why 6:30 because I go usually at 8:00. So
why?
Because from 5 until 7:30, full. It's very full.
Which gym? Grip?
No, that's very far. Spartan Fitness.
Is trainer Miller there?
Yes.
He was in fitness first, and he moved.
Okay, he's been there for a while.
Yeah, he moved ages ago. Ages ago. Like something is gone, and like usually in fitness first we have like employees, and it's like it's a bulletin board, and you put like the trainer's like info with like their qualifications. They give a little introduction bio and like a picture. So yeah, and it's a habit that I always walk by and I look at it and I walk again. One time, like,
you're not there.
9. Now it's 8. I was like, who is not here? And it was bugging me. And I have a friend named Fahad there who's also a trainer. I was like, Fahad, who's missing? He's like, Miller. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he's in Spartan now.
I was like, where you
big
go?
Guy.
He's huge. Big guy.
Strong.
Big guy. Big. Really fun. He loves to go out, but he's like, big guy. One time, I think in the locker room, he took his shirt off. I was like,
yeah.
Big guy.
He'll
big. Slap me and I'll be like, I'm sorry.
If he slaps you, probably get knocked out.
Yeah, exactly. I just like wake up like
what happened?
The gym is
ringing in your ear.
Yeah, it's like the gym is closed. Like they locked me in.
No, but yeah, no, I've been enjoying it. I think I would do better at the gym if I do it earlier. Because when you're doing it after work and you want to go, you just want to finish, and sometimes that ruins the quality of your work.
Yeah, it's like, let's say 12 reps, you do 8. You're like, please, I just want to get this over.
No more warm up. I don't want to warm up. Just go.
I do the morning sometimes. If like by chance I wake up early, like if I wake up by 7, I go to the gym.
I can't. I'm not a dude. I need to fix this habit. I'm such a bad morning. Here's the thing. I wake up early. This is a good habit that I've built. I have to for work. Before I couldn't. So I wake up. I don't drink coffee. I don't do any of that, and I still fine. I function.
Yeah, that's good for you. Trust me.
So, but I'm grumpy, and I feel like sluggish. So if I do something, I will do it. Like if I'm on the computer working, usually in the morning I zone in. I just do a lot of work.
I can.
And here's the thing: I know for a fact that if I transfer that to the gym, I'm gonna have good workouts.
And honestly, it's because you get like super powered up you get pumped up in the morning, and you can shower in the morning. It's like and
a lot of fuel in the tank.
Yeah, a lot of fuel, and at the same time when you're done with work, you can like go out.
Yeah. Like, so one day I'm gonna have to fix this. I'm gonna have to start working on them.
Try it one day. If I live closer, then I'll be like, I'll come to your house. Be like, let's go to the gym.
Yeah, it's close to the sport. But where do you live?
S1E8.
Oh, ouch. Why do people live in there?
I don't know. We moved there. It was nice. It was really quiet until they brought all the food trucks.
Now it's here, dude. SAR and Janabia. It's food trucks, and all the hipsters want to go there, man.
Have you? No. Have you went to Janabia? They got rid of like the main one, like Muchachos left, and they went to Jufair.
But there's still. Have you seen that road next to Atrium Mall, Mercado?
Yeah.
That road is filled with new restaurants.
Okay, restaurants, yeah. But I think before there used to be more food trucks, and a lot of them moved to the one in Eastertown Stadium or Jufair.
Yeah, there used to be food trucks, but now
and Chisma, what's that? And
Adlia, Jufair,
S1E8.
But here's the thing: that road, they built a lot of new buildings, so a lot of food trucks they can't compete with the actual restaurants there. So that's why they moved.
I mean, they can. I would highly suggest Bay. Love their ice cream.
That's there.
Yeah, and it's still there. They had the cereal milk one. Even though it's just cereal, I know what they do. They dip the because what you do is you get the machine and you buy the ready-made ice cream mix. I'm spilling secrets here. Ready mix soft serve vanilla ice cream. You take the mix, you put in water a little bit, and you soak the cereal of choice. If you want to put like Fruity Pebbles, pour it in, let it soak, get it in. Then you steep it too, so you only get the cereal milk left. You pour it back in the machine. It does the little cooking, freezing, whatever, and boom, you get ice cream. And they charge you what, $1.5 dinar for it? I'm like, I buy it because obviously it's for convenience. But I keep to myself, I always go to Amazon. I'm like, ice cream maker, Cuisine Art. It's like $300. You want to buy me one for my birthday? It just passed. $300
Just
for
pass,
an ice cream maker.
Wait until
Yeah,
next
yeah.
January 31st.
No, we can wait. We can wait for like Ramadan or Eid. You know,
No.
I can make
We're good.
I can make low calorie ice cream.
Oh, what do you use?
Low calorie stuff.
Because we have a protein ice cream that has low calorie.
The lightweight one.
I don't know. I can show you later, but it's I don't know. My brother got it. I don't make it. See, here's the thing: eating these kind of foods nowadays, I don't like it. I hate it. As in, I love it. My subconscious hates it.
Yes.
When I eat crappy stuff, my body dreads it. I feel so bad. And I've watched this podcast recently, actually yesterday when I was doing cardio.
You watch this podcast?
Yeah, I was watching.
Okay, I was like, don't you listen?
You listen, but they have a video, so I watched them.
This is a video.
Yeah, so people can watch if they want.
You can watch me.
I listen /
watched. Me move like 300 times. I'm changing.
I listen / watched a podcast episode where they talk about how when you become healthier, whether that's losing weight or gaining weight. If you're too skinny, you have to gain weight. If you're too overweight, you have to lose weight. That's not the only thing that contributes to a healthy person, but that's one of the major things. So when you become a healthier person, when you see the other side, when you eat healthy, then when you go back, you feel bad. If you
100%,
if you eat garbage and you don't feel bad, you haven't been healthier.
That is true.
You haven't been healthier because you don't know. You haven't seen the other side. Once you see it, once you adopt that healthy lifestyle and know how it makes you feel good, it makes you feel fresh and healthy. If you go back and have like a bad burger, like a triple patty burger, quarter pounder, I don't know, with fries and bacon, and mac and cheese and wings and all that stuff, you have that, and then if you feel bad, you're doing something right. Because your body knows that it's not good. It's oily, it's greasy, it sits in your stomach, it causes acid when you sleep. People.
I mean, I never really eat that late because like I always said, like if you
I used to, man, dude. If I tell you my eating habits, I used to order 3 or 2 twisters from KFC and 4 cookies every day.
The KFC cookies, yes,
every day. I'm not kidding you. Every day. Every day, I would order that or cafeteria 3 burgers and like fries. Every day, man. I cannot believe how I used to eat. Just now thinking about it, I cannot believe that was me. It feels like I'm having the memories of another person that's been implanted to me overnight. I cannot believe I used to do that. There's one experience where when I had KFC Twister and I slept, wake up and there was like acid coming out of my nose. I'm not kidding you. And that day, that's the last time I've ever had KFC. That was like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Or maybe maybe it's 10 years ago now. Dang, bro, I'm getting old.
Don't say that. Don't say old. I'm just here like my bones breaking. My back is like crickling.
It's like from 14 until 16. Because 16 is when I really started to take so from the range.
I wish I started early going to the gym. Because like, I mean, I would go early, but then I didn't know what I was doing half the time. And my eating was like, so nothing happened. Yeah. So like, I was like, oopsie, crap. So like, so that's the thing. So like, so my eating was like.
Wait, give me 1 second. Let me see the timestamp so it helps me.
Okay.
That was exactly at the 1 hour mark. So 1 hour mark. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So obviously like me eating, like my eating wasn't good, but I would work out a lot. Like, I would like do the work.
There's
whatever.
No point.
There's no point. So I was like, and I was so frustrated. I was like, why is because it's my own money for starters. So I was like, if it was my dad's money, I'll be like, that would be okay. But it's like my money. I was like, I'm paying this much money for the gym and nothing's happening, nothing's gaining. And I was like, man, I need. And then after that, so I stopped going for a while because I felt like it was pointless. So I like froze my membership for a bit. And I went back again with like a new mindset of like, I should do this. Still nothing kind of didn't work, but I kind of lost a bit of weight, so it kind of worked ish. And then I did keto. Not saying it's good. I just because
it works for some people.
It works, but
it's not sustainable.
Yeah, that's it. Like you could do it for like a month and a half, like max, tops, two maybe if you want.
Any crash diet is not good. Any diet that makes you lose weight so fast, unless you're very obese, like you're losing water weight. But if you're not obese, if you're overweight, and you're doing keto and you're not just losing fat, buddy, you're losing muscle.
I mean, like I have this stubborn like tummy fat that I want to just like.
It's not stubborn. Let me tell you something.
I just want to rip it.
Let me tell you something about tummies. Men usually their tummy, their midsection, that's where you store fat the first. Okay, and then that's where you lose fat the last. Does it make sense? So it's not stubborn. It's just your body is losing it from head to toe. It's losing it in your face. It's losing it in your
head to toe. It's like, you're a fat head. I'm like, whoa.
It is. We store a lot in our face as well, but like
the cheeks, right? Cheeks. I mean, see, you have a beard. It covers. Good. I have my Bahraini because see, my dad
do a breed transplant.
No, I don't like needles. I can't.
But they'll probably like put you under anesthesia or something. I don't know.
No. I get. It's just imagine me being passed out, like playing in my face, like like look at this guy doesn't grow a beard.
No, but
like wake up.
But for real, like
my back.
You lose the fat the last there, which sucks because women they store fat in their arms and their thighs first, and then it goes to their midsection. They're lucky because why? I'll tell you why. For the most part, they start storing it in the thighs, and a lot of guys, a lot of straight guys like thighs.
Oh, okay. I like chicken thighs too.
but here's the thing, right? So for us, we just bump in our tummy. Are you kidding me? Who finds that attractive? Nobody.
Yeah, it's like my arms will get toned, my legs will get toned, my stomach's like
because our legs
are jelly.
Like my leg is very it's like, ripped.
It's a nice it's nice leg. It's hard. It's nice. It's good.
My arms are fine. It's just
it's I was like, I'm gonna rip you out one day.
Liposuction, that's an option. Don't do it. I'm kidding.
the way I was talking about it before I was driving, I was like, liposuction.
No, don't
cheap
do
in
it.
The Philippines.
Don't do it.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
It's gonna hurt. I've
done it?
No,
I knew it.
I've researched out of curiosity. I'm never gonna do that stuff. I have to.
It looks weird.
But like I've heard after doing it, it hurts for like 2 weeks. Your stomach just hurts. Man, I don't want to do that. There's no way. There's one thing that people do is they put like a balloon in your stomach.
Gastric something.
I know gastric bypass, but that's different.
Maybe that's
gastric. No. There's you probably think of gastric something else, but gastric bypass is when they cut your stomach in a way
that too
to make you more like you get full quicker and you poop the food a lot. But that's usually for people who are morbidly obese. They wouldn't do it to you if you're skinny because then you would just be like a skeleton after.
Yeah. No, there's one where like because like I said, I do part-time. So I had this one. We had our main client from Dubai. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. And then he said that she's like, oh, this is my before pic. Because obviously, everyone wants to show off their before pic. Yeah. He was really chubby, like bigger than both of us.
Yeah.
So he said, I got a thing where like the balloon thing, put this under and it expands in the stomach.
Yes.
So instead of cutting your stomach, it just like blocks off a space.
Yes.
So then
I like that. That to me is a smart. I wouldn't do it.
But I want the balloon pop. That's what I was thinking.
No, because it's not. It's probably like a balloon that doesn't pop.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. That to me is good because sometimes people need it. It's just there are people that cannot do it. But the lipo and the gastric bypass.
Because
I feel like if you don't understand your relationship with food and fix that, those are temporary solutions.
I stress eat. That I know. I've noticed before. I stress eat. And what's the thing called when you're boring and you eat? When you're bored and you just like, I just want to eat something.
You're binge eating?
Oh, that's what. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe
after binge, it's like we just keep eating.
You keep eating.
Before me, like I'm not hungry. People say, "You want to get food?" I'm like, "Yeah," and I just go with them, and I'm like, "I won't order anything." And they're eating. I'm like,
"I'll give you a secret." Okay,
ooh,
this is
Victoria's Secret.
This is something. If you adopt it, you'll get results.
Okay.
This goes to everybody.
Okay.
Anybody here. There's something called low recency, and when they do studies. Particular studies, people who exhibit low recency are the ones who usually have long-term results. And what low recency means basically is they have a good way or a good grasp on long-term effects of what they're going to eat. So basically, I'll give you an example of low recency. You have a donut in front of you. Okay?
I don't like donuts.
Okay, what if give me a dessert you love?
Tiramisu.
Okay, you have tiramisu. Okay, it's in front of you and you want to eat it. It's looking delicious. People with low recency would think like this. This tiramisu is going to make me feel happy and good right now. But how is it going to affect me long term? Is it going to help me in my goal, or is it going to set me back? That's if they. It's like forethought, and people who have that low recency when they say, "Okay, this is not going to help me in my goal long term," those are the ones who usually have long term effect. And why is that? Because when you think about food, think about the cinema. When you go to a theater, you get popcorn. You're not even thinking; you're just eating. I used to finish a large caramel popcorn before the ads finish. That's how fast I would eat it.
I would also do medium.
Yeah.
No, okay, wait.
But here's the thing: if you have low recency, it's not about counting your macros and that's important. Counting your calories, that's important. I'm not saying it's not, but when you it's from the foundation of it. When you think of your relationship with food, is this burger going to make me what I want to be, or is it going to help me or not? If it's going to make you happy and it's still going to help you with long term, you should eat it. I'm not saying you should never enjoy food. There are foods, man. I'm signed up with Callo right now. Shout out to Callo, sponsor. Thank you. But I'm with Callo right now. Shout out Pranav.
Hey,
Pranav.
Pranav.
Shout out I Know What to Eat. Blogger who I use her code.
Yeah. What was there's also Zahra who just joined, I think, the HR team. Ooh, she's a friend of a friend.
Yeah, but so I was saying with Callo, such a good dish. They have this thing called the Southwest salad. Oh my dude, that
Chicken
thing
strips,
makes
buffalo sauce.
it's just chicken. I don't know, there's lettuce, there's corn, there's
red beans.
I think there are beans.
Okay.
Man, that Southwest salad, it makes me dance. Like I have one bite and I just stand up and I dance.
Does it fill you up? Because sometimes I feel like if you get those meal prep plans, and it's like if you're not used to it, and then you're just like, I'm not that full.
Good question. So here's the thing.
Like, does it fill you up?
One meal does not fill me. I mean, actually, yes, one meal fills me up. Usually lunch fills me up. That I'm within a snack. I have their lunch and dinner. I'm giving them free ads, bro. You guys better sponsor me in the future.
Man, if you go to TikTok, you see that ad. Calon is an app, and I just skip it because I'm like, I can't. I've seen it too many times.
No, but so the beautiful thing about this meal is it's so good that for one of my days this week, I think Thursday, I'm gonna have two for like Southwest salads, one for lunch, one for dinner. It's so good. And here's the thing about it: it's low calories and high protein. I'm like, please just serve me this for the rest of my membership. Don't give me anything else.
How long did you get? The 1 month?
Yeah, 1 month.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I had it 1 week and I liked it, so I went.
Oh, yeah, you could do the try. I was thinking of doing Calo, but I was like,
it's expensive.
It's expensive. And because like sometimes, I mean, I do like to cook, but then I was like, I'm still thinking, I'm like, do Calo, or there's one place that people told me this one year, bis 18. I was like, I'll do bis 18. So I get delivered like.
Yeah, they do
pronto.
Deliver as well.
I'll do it pronto.
But so I was just gonna go back to low recency. Just because something's not gonna help you in long term doesn't mean you shouldn't have it ever. But for the most part, when I go out, Diet Coke versus Coke, which one's gonna help me? I'm gonna be happy with it
because they're
both bad for you. Let me just horrible. Put that. They're bad for you.
But I love Coke Zero here.
But like Diet Coke, 0 calories or 8 calories, whatever it is, like less than 10 calories.
I think it's 8 9.
Yeah, versus 160 or 180. Which one's gonna help you long term, right? So I'm still gonna be happy. It's not a long term solution, but for now, if I'm going out with friends, I'm having a burger
option.
It's good to have that. So I'm just saying, low recency. When you think about food, this is how you should think. When you have something in front of you, don't think about how is it gonna make me feel now. It should make you feel good. It shouldn't be like something you dread eating. But at the same time, it should also be something that'll help you long term. If it doesn't, for most of the time, put it down. Also, another thing, it takes 20 minutes for your stomach to signal your brain.
I'm a fast eater. That's like, it will never catch me. I eat
slow.
Thing is, because I take big bites, so I finish my food fast.
Because that's not good. So you need to chew more. The digestion happens. The first step of digestion happens in your mouth. The mucus you have in your mouth breaks down food better than, I don't know if it's
mucus.
Better. I don't know. Yeah,
saliva.
Saliva. Sorry, mucus. Where's mucus? Mucus is here.
No,
There's in the back
it's
of the
connected
throat.
here.
Whatever it is.
I'm
You know
not
what
from
I
my
mean.
CSI. I don't know this.
There you
but
go.
I'm just saying it's saliva.
Yeah. So the saliva breaks down the food pretty well. So chew more, eat slower, and then wait for the stomach to signal the brain that you're full. And the best time to stop eating is not when you're full, is when you're just right before you're full.
That is true. I always overeat. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like
You
lunch a
don't
while
want
ago, I was like holding myself back, but I'm like,
yeah, don't eat until like, oh man, I'm so full. But don't eat until like you're very hungry still. Eat until like I'm satisfied. I can eat more, but this is a good place to stop.
you know what? I will use that now. I'll actually, because like, there are times where like you just eat and eat, just like, oh, this is delicious. And you keep eating. I'm just like,
Just eat slower
I will.
and drink more water.
Always.
I don't drink water. I say that I should practice what I preach. I need to drink more water.
I drink a lot of water and I drink a lot of coffee at the same time, so it balances out. But my food is bad. Like some days, 3 days straight, I'll eat healthy, I'll eat fine. I'll be,
Then one day
and then one day, just because
you go to cold store, you get like Snickers.
No.
And Twix.
Oh my god, I love Kit Kat. I love
Kit Kat.
No, but like no, it's not with me. It's because like the boys want to go out. Let's go
The
here,
boys.
and I'm like, who the boys are? We have Shadi, we have Senate, all this. So like, they want to go out and we eat here. And
Yeah.
I'm like, fine, sure. And
These guys don't invite me, by the way. Look at these guys. Huh?
you're at the gym at 8. What did you say?
Look at that. They don't know that.
No.
You didn't know that today until
I didn't
today.
know that.
See, there you go.
Actually,
I'm calling you guys out.
Actually, we are. I think they're having dinner at Georgia right now.
See?
Or later. It's an
You
Indian
mother
place.
effers.
Lad, you can cuss. No, having today. They're like, you want to go? I'm like, no, I'm coming here, and then I'm gonna go home because I'm tired.
Yeah.
But maybe no. Actually, I just want to stay home. I don't want to go out anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're gonna edit all of this. It passed the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop.
It's okay. I'll come
Anything
back.
else you want to say?
I'll come back next Tuesday for part 2.
That is not true.
That if he wants me, if the engagement's right, I'm marketing. If the engagement's right, if the views
I think
are
we
up,
went all over the place. We have to structure it better next time. I said I noticed something about you. Don't take this the wrong way. You say like a lot.
Yeah,
Work on that.
yeah. I say that word a lot.
I used to be like you. That's why I'm saying it.
I
also say a lot. I'm not just
Yep. I say
criticizing
like
you.
way too like there you go. Just one.
I say
Yeah.
I noticed even when I was talking today with you, I noticed I say I need to work on that. There was a time it was a period in my life, I would say 2015, right before I went to college, when I addressed those issues and I was very good at speaking. In the sense that I was very articulate and
Articulate. There's the word. Meticulous.
no, that's different. But
What is it?
debauchery.
Debauchery.
Yeah, it means sin basically. It's particular types of sin. Anyway, I said it again, but I was really good at stopping myself when I wanted to say fillers. I didn't say like. Actually, I never said like before going to America because I never met somebody that says that until I went there. And then when I went there, obviously there are things that my subconscious is going to pick up. So when people they say like a lot there.
They do.
They say like every single sentence. Like I went there and like I did that and like I'm Omar.
Yeah.
And
I know.
I say do this like
I say like, but see, thing is, I'm also very self-aware. So I'm voice noting someone, and I'm like, I hear
like
yeah. So like I hear
so like
I hear like, and I'm like, I was like, "Ugh." So then like I
like
read.
see, you're not even noticing it. You're doing it right now.
Know, and that, I can hear it too. That thing, and like I always delete the voice note, and then I go and record it again.
Good.
Because I talk fast.
Suppress it.
Yeah. So like
Yeah, talking slower also helps.
Yeah.
Talking slower.
There's a like again. It just came out. I was like, oh, beep.
Wait, what did you cuss?
Yeah, I said the F word.
You said?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, but it's very not noticeable. You should write. Well, I should write it down. Omar said this
116.
word at 116.
1 and 116. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a good place to end it.
Yes. Let is ended.
You want to shout yourself out? You want to say anything? Instagram or
I mean, he's gonna tag me in the post.
yeah.
So you can get me there.
But if they're listening on Spotify, they're not gonna know.
Oh, okay. Spotify.
Or
Okay,
Apple
what's that?
Podcasts.
Picking Brains.
Yeah, Picking Brains.
Okay,
Oh,
so-
for Instagram?
Apple Podcasts.
It's just Picking Brains. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Algami. You can get us at Picking Brains.
Yes, but
And-
shout yourself out though.
Shout out me. So hi and goodbye.
Okay, so they don't want socials. This guy's a private man.
No, I mean you can find me, but then it's like weird saying, "Hey, follow me at Omar KKP." All socials, Instagram. If you find my Finsta, that's not me. That's not me.
It's not him.
If you find my Finsta, that's not me. And yeah, that's me. Find me on LinkedIn too for the professionals out there.
There you go.
Find both of us at
More
LinkedIn.
connections. We need to get that 500 plus connections. I don't have that yet.
I'm
at
395.
I'm 300.
At
I think.
395. So follow both on LinkedIn. Get to see his comments about finding people, and I'm just there to reshare my marketing stuff.
That's correct.
Woo!
Thank you guys for joining us in this episode, and see you next time.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
Happy Tuesday.